Hello guys, we're actually doing. Today's day 11, season 1. I'm on my farm, so let's get into it. Starting off today, nothing really new outside the farmhouse apart from the lawnmower that's been parked in front of the oil tank. We needed to get to the workshop the other day, and it was just in the way, so they moved it there. So, I don't imagine they'll keep it there as they want to keep it under cover, but now it's staying there. In the cow shed, as you can see, there is no cows and there's no bedding, so they've now got kit packed in the I-200, Marshall Moxbredder and the Keenan. That's as much kit as you can get, so the Keenan is quite wide and you can't get much kit in that little gap there. The I-200 barely fits as you close the gate, just so it's out of the way really, because obviously the farmer's son he's doing driving lessons, but he hasn't got his driving test yet, so he's not obviously road legal. It's fine on private land, and sometimes he goes down the road, but obviously with his dad, which is fine. But yeah, he's waiting to get his driving test done, and he'll leak it out a bit more and what have you. Then we've got a muck pile here, just from the cow shed, quite a lot to be fair, and usually in the past couple of years they've as soon as it's mucked out, it's put straight into a trailer, as they need it out of the yard, but they're not too fussed on it this year. They're waiting for the sheep shed to be empty so they can muck that out and get rid of it all within one day when they're not busy. As obviously, they're still doing lambing in the meantime, and calves stopped about a couple of days ago, about a week ago I think. So obviously there's like a week's not going to do us any harm waiting for the sheep to be done, so there'll be a big muck pile here until I muck it out. So you got just a telehandler part there for now, low loader and the dump trailer part up. We've got 740 part up in the shed, still not doing anything, but they've got the front weight on her, ready for just needing an extra bit of weight on the front end, ready for the job she's going to be doing in the next couple of months coming up. The wheelbarrow's been moved there, and he's been helping muck out a bit of the bits of the tail and the bucket couldn't get to, just the little bits with the hay fork, it's been left there. Usual kit in the shed, obviously they aren't going to be doing anything until summer, urban service and what have you. Got the T6 175 part up next to the 6615. Got the gale bale spec on it, just waiting for the next bale to be moved into for the cows and sheep into the field. Obviously there's one bale left in the ring feeder for the sheep, so once the farmer's got time, I imagine he'll move it, so just waiting there for it I guess. Nothing else new in the back of the shed, just the usual stuff. 7530's working again, which is good. Farmer's thinking of getting a front linkage for her, which I think would look quite good. He's just waiting to buy one, and I don't know if he'll fit it himself or get someone out to fit it, but I'm not sure if he wants to do it before summer or not, but I think she'll look part with it at least. But yeah, so for now she's parked up, pretty much waiting for summer. Usual bits here. Got a hen and a chick there, and you got the rest of the chickens knocking about in the shed. I don't think they've been in the shed at all, but now it's pretty much empty because there's no sheep in it. They're happy to go in it. Got a bale left in the ring feeder there, and got one new left. With her lamb, she'll be going out tomorrow, and I'll probably muck it out tomorrow once she's out. Yeah, all the other pens are empty, no sheep in there at all, so she's just the last one to lamb. And I got the quad here, and the sheep trailer will be doing her lamb, taking them out to the field. I believe the farmer's son was doing this, don't know why he's gone now, but it was. I don't think they're always using the trailer. I think if the lamb's a bit weak on its legs, then they use it, but if they don't, they'll walk it across the yard. Because there's only across the yard that they have to go. So, yeah, so they're just, I guess, waiting for him to come back. You've got the T6080 parked up in the shed. Still here, still not gone anywhere. But I think they're still on the lookout for another one, as this one's been giving them problems, and they need a bit more horsepower, really. They're thinking of trying to find one that's been sort of slightly modified, you know, the bigger tyres, and they'll probably add the strobes and straight pipe themselves, but the chrome exhaust, sorry. But yeah, they need one with just a bit of, a bit more horsepower, really, is what they're looking for. But yeah, they'll either do it themselves, or after they buy it, or get one that's already been modified. I can't remember the word, but yeah, they're just waiting to find one. They should be here until the replacement comes, I imagine. As you can see, the beacon there has been knocked a bit when they were carting muck the other day on the way back. They knocked on a branch, so they're praying it doesn't come off. You got the mini digger next to it. A couple of bits there. You got the pallet from the sack of unit there. Just, I think that's why they're going to try and keep everything along that wall. That size trailer parked up after being pressure washed after carting muck. We've got the other, the buck rake and other bits for silage, waiting for the silage to be in the pit. We've got the cat trailer and the bale trailer, double bale lifter, all still parked up here as usual, waiting to be used. And they've got 4 bales left, so it's not really going to be used, but the bale trailer is going to be moved towards the tree. Same with the double bale lifter, so they can park a trailer there. Yeah, so not much new there. And heading on into the field, it's filled up quite a bit. As you can see, there's a couple of lambs playing there, but yeah, it's very full. I think there's barely enough space for the next 2 that are coming in, but yeah, you can see there's a couple of lambs getting milk from their mum. But you can see you can notice the bigger lambs are the ones that tend to be playing, whereas the newer ones tend to be sticking with mum. So, but yeah, you got this ewe here and a lamb, teaching a lamb how to drink when the water off. Then shame in the in the cow field, it's just full of cows and calves, and you got Kevin Guff drinking out their water off there. But yeah, so the bales do take up quite a bit of space, to be fair. And obviously they're going to have another 2 bales. But I think what the farmer does is, if all the animals from each field are in their field and there's none in the shed, they'll just give them both bales. If also relying on the grass being long enough to keep them going at the same time, so both bales at the same time, so you have enough bales to go around, just to get rid of them quicker, because they do take up a bit of space in the field, and just so he can get a bit of yard space. That's what he's done in the past anyway. And one in that field in the corner there, and like one here, or even both of them next to each other, doesn't really matter. And it also introduces the lambs to getting used to that they can have it from a bale. It might be just easier for everyone to get to a bale without getting, you know, there's not going to be much grass, as it's only started in the spring. But the farmer was hoping there was going to be a bit more grass for when they come into the field, and by the looks of it there isn't, so he's not a bit happy about that. So yeah, but I'm sure they'll be fine. So yeah, going down the road here, got Farmer in his T7060 with a 990 baler. I believe he's taking that to the dealership to sell it. I'm not sure if he's getting rid of the baler or not, I'm not too sure. And got the Shell tanker heading down the road. I'll head into the village. So I think he's heading to the petrol station, I'm not too sure. But yeah, so for those of you who don't know, down there is a bit of the village and it loops around back to this road, back to this junction. So if you head left out of this junction, you'll head into the village. It's a weird shaped village, but still a village. We've got the man in his Scania, with a load on the back. He's got an NC box spreader and Marston's Irish trailer. Heading off to another dealership, I think, or a farm, I'm not too sure, but they've both been sold. So a lot of kit being sold and bought, but a lot of it does tend to be sort of summer kits, so like silage, baling, mowers, you know, stuff like that. Yeah, so he's just hauling them to the one of the near villages, I guess. So yeah, share it to you guys, don't forget to like, comment and subscribe, and bye.